Thank you for attending the Tempest. Your show will begin momentarily. In the meantime, please feel free to kick back and relax in our lobby. Hello, treasured guests. By default, your general admission ticket to the Decameron doesn't include access to our Gilded Spoke VIP lounge. But if you can find something that proves you have what it takes to be a proper helmsman, we may be willing to make an exception. Literally, whip yourself up a treat. Simply grab your mask to remove it and hold it face side up, just like a dinner plate. Now give it a snap. Voila! Alright, toss in the egg. Give it another snap and yum! A refined patisserie for you, our refined patrons. Visit our memorabilia museum, presided over by the MC, our executive producer, a real mover and shaker. He'll shake hands with anyone in the crowd. Behind the curtain, check out our state-of-the-art dioramas chronicling heroin moments from Tempest, a special heroin for the ongoing. That's also me. You don't know the hours it takes to block seawater out of a blue stream. I try not to get too salty. Thanks for listening. These announcements are a real pick-me-up. Helps me get a handle on things. lights are still on. I repeat, your lights are still on. Pardon our construction. We are going through a stage. Literally. An actor fell through the floor last week.
Well, look at you two prime little puppers over here with your shiny golden masks. So nice to meet you. Man, I have had a day. What about you two? You two have had a day? Yeah. You need some theater to come cleanse your spirits, wash in the oceans of a storm. Ah, nothing cleanses toxic energy more than a tempest, am I right? High five, high five, high five. Give it up top. Oh, nice. You two. Oh, wow. You got some soft hands there, buddy. Do you moisturize? These are just like a baby's bottom. You're basically glowing. You must like put on lotion and then glove at night. Is that what you do? So soft, so nice, so pretty. Yeah, I appreciate someone who like takes good care of themselves. You gotta do that. I mean, with all this sand we gotta deal with, you gotta moisturize, right? Look at me. I obviously didn't moisturize enough. What happened? Nah, don't worry about me. I feel fine. What are you two, Oh, God. I could use a drink. I don't know if you know this, but the food in the Grove scene. No, what is it? The Grove. You know, we have to cook that every single show. You know that giant crab? Yeah, that's a lot of work. So I'm cooking constantly. Meat pies, custard pastries, whatever you guys need. So, it's food, dinner, and a show. That's what we're kind of providing, excuse me. Krabby Dar, hey Krabby, how's it going? Oh yeah, I've just been, man, we have a lot of work to do today. I've steamed 4 giant crabs. Yeah, buddy, that's what, I've done that to you, your brethren. Yeah, you can pinch my toes all you like, but I get revenge and you end up on the dinner table. That's how that goes. Anywho, speaking, yeah, you repaired this bottle, my favorite. I mean, that's a glass of wine right there, right? That's a doctor's serving, I think, keeps your blood pressure down. I don't know, whatever excuse we need to have. Oh, that is fresh. Yeah, go ahead, take yourself a swig. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah, okay, well, you must have been thirsty. He's offering you some, man. You want to pour it out? You want to pour it out for all the chefs in the world cooking, steaming giant crabs this day, We got to give those people love. Thank you. That's really sweet of you. Look at you. I should be doing bar service, and you're over there being hospitable as a darling little, what's an hospitable animal? Let's say a Labrador Retriever, maybe? looks like we have little puppers. Hey there, little guy. Hey, you like, sniff me? I'm good. You likes me? Yeah, you think so? Okay, cool. Can I give you a little scritchety-scritch behind the ears? They like that. There you go. Oh, look at his little, well, his little tail. I think it's moving. I think it's just twiggling back and forth. Yeah, you're a cutie. Can I pick you up? No. Sorry. I should have asked your permission first. Sorry. When you see a cute dog, you just want to scoop it. You want to rub your face in their warm little tummies and tell them how they are a blessing to us all. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. This is your dog? Is this your emotional support animal today?
Big business.
You have a permit for this? I don't care. You take your dog in the show, I won't tell nobody. No, not at all. Or are you looking for your permit in that cloak of yours? I mean, what can you hide under there? You know, I wonder. What do you have? What do you get? Oh, an onion? You got an onion under there? I'm sorry, that's very rude. I just reached right up your cloak. That was, oh my God. And an apple. See, you're just a hungry little time sprite. You got some sushi up there. That must keep you smelling fresh. I'm just playing with you. I'm just jealous. I wish I could pull off a long black robe like that because you look so cool. So chic. Like it could be like, I am Batman. You know, all that shenanigans. You are Batman, but you're Batman with Bat Dog. You are Bat Dog. Fighting crime with your barks and bite. Yeah. You are so cool. Alrighty. Hey there, MC. How's it going there, bud? You need a hand? Here you go.
So,
take mine.
how about it?
You know, I wish you would look at me this way in real life. I feel like we'd have some more intelligent conversations, but you seem just to be on repeat all the time. No, it's all right. Your material never gets old. That's just that some people they have that personality. Whatever they do, you're like, I just want to watch. You could be, I don't know, stirring a pot of macaroni and cheese, and I could think that's the most fascinating thing I've ever seen. You know? Macaroni and cheese, straight to my heart. I guess, man, I think I'm hungry. Me talking, finding snacks in your clothes and sharing a bottle of wine and then all that cooking I did. They don't let me eat anything. You think they would because look at me. I look so hungry. No, it's all right. It's all right. As long as I don't have to eat another gosh dang marshmallow for the rest of my life, I think I'll be okay. Yeah. What about you? You two have probably eaten a lot of marshmallows, am I right? Yeah. Well, good. Oh. What? What's that? You spilled the what? Oh no, they spilled the show. I gotta go take care of it. There's a huge mess backstage. I'm real sorry. It was really nice. Thanks for comforting me after this nice day. Yeah, you too. Soft hands. Ooh. All right. Oh God. Can't keep anything.
Privileged guests, we are about to begin. Please finish your drinks, take stock of your interdimensional bits and bobs, and conclude all use of the facilities. But without further ado, may we present your
red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, yellow leather, red. Oh, hey everybody. How's it going? Hi everyone. How you doing? Welcome. Well, what fun. It's always good to see old friends, of course. Everybody having an okay day? I had a really weird day today. Yeah, I had a strange day too. It's very here in Los Angeles, the sun is all like bright red. This is kind of an accurate depiction of the sky in Los Angeles at the moment, let me tell you. And it's very strange. It's kind of this like apocalyptic, crazy time. At least that's how I feel anyway. I just kind of feel like everything is a bit strange, life, all these twists and turns. Things are feeling semi-normal, but then completely not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of normal, kind of not. You know, yeah, it's just kind of like, well, I don't know. How are you guys feeling? Tempesty? You feeling tempesty? Yes, you're feeling like the Tempest, release some of that energy, get this show going, work through some issues using acting, right? Okay. We're going to address some interpersonal feelings with theater, you know, using theater to talk about the things that are going on right here. All right? Are you feeling ready? You feeling ready to get into it? Do you feel like you're ready to go, get into some theater, work it out? Okay, let's wake up our bodies. Let's do that acting school thing. Let's give us a big stretch, you know, because maybe you haven't moved your bodies today. Who knows? I don't know. You know, maybe you were just sitting around eating pizza like a friend of mine. You know, right? Like, maybe you were just on the couch vegging out. Who knows? Oh, I need that stretch. Oh, that's good. I'm feeling better now. Shake it out a little bit. Shake those hands. Not too hard, you know, because I've definitely dropped things before. Feeling good. Feeling ready to get into the work. Yes, getting into the work. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're feeling good. You're like stretched now. You're ready to go. You're feeling the energy flowing. I just find that when I stand up and am physical, it feels better as a performer. You know, I get to move around a little bit. I get to get into my body. It just gets me more into the show or the work that I'm doing. When your body is awake, your mind's awake. It's like that healthy body, healthy mind thing. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff right now. Okay. All right. So, Tempest. I know you guys know the show. I know you guys are totally into it, and you're feeling like the Tempest. What a great show. Shakespeare's final show. Maybe it was all about himself, right? Maybe Prospero is a cipher for Shakespeare himself, end of his life, his regrets, his feelings about things. He's like, I'm done. No more of this playwriting stuff. I'm going to focus on my family. Who knows? Because I don't know if you know, but Shakespeare's family, kind of a strange whole hullabaloo. Yes. Exactly. So, let's talk about it, right? Tempest. Okay. So we have this storm at the beginning, and you guys know my whole theory on that is the idea that the storm puts everyone in the same boat, as it were, right? It literally puts the audience and the characters in the same place, because we don't know, theoretically, what's going on, right? We're just in the middle of chaos. Lights, noise, yelling, all kinds of stuff, just going absolutely mad, right? And the audience is feeling the same way as the characters at that point, because for the sailors, for all of our main characters, this storm has come up out of nowhere. As if by magic, which is actually, in this case, true. So, this crazy, you know, everything was fine. They were like sailing along, sailing on the sea, having a good time, and then boom, storm! Psh, craziness. Crazy pants, right? Storm. So let's get into that a little bit. You guys are fine. You're sailors. You're going to be up there being like, we're sailors. We're having a bomb time on this boat of ours. Yeah. And then boom, storm. Okay? So I want to see the difference. I'm going to send you guys up there, and I want you guys to be like normal, happy sailors. I don't know. You know, having a good time. And then I'm going to say, and a storm. And I want to see just your reactions to it. I want to see, physicalize it. Yes? All right, let's give it a try. Let's really get into this. Let's get into the text. Okay? Yes, all right. Up onto the balcony. You go. Help the guys. Okay. All right. So. Okay. Lighting you. All right, so let's start, and it's just a normal day on the boat. Let me see what that's like. Normal boat day. The sun is shining. Maybe there's some seagulls. You know, a little bit of wind. It's all good. It's actually quite nice and relaxing, right? You're just having a nice old time. Maybe you're singing farewell and adieu to you Spanish ladies, farewell and adieu to ladies of Spain, for we have the orders to sail for old England. we hope in a short time to see you again. Right? So you're sailing, you're having a great time. And then, out of nowhere, huge crack of lightning. And a crash of thunder. Oh my gosh, things are going crazy. Let me see it, physicalize it. You don't know what's happening. This storm has come up as if by magic. What's going on? Maybe you believe in God and you're praying. It's as if the work of the devil is happening. Holy moly, it's just going bananas. And the captain is shouting orders at you to be heard above the storm. High my hearts, cheerily my hearts. Bring in the topmast! Attend to the master's whistle! Blow till thou burst thy wind if room enough, and you're blowing that whistle trying to get someone's attention. Maybe there's another ship nearby. Maybe you can be rescued. Maybe you can help. Remember, you have the King of Naples aboard this ship. What happens if he dies on your watch? Oh my God! Everything's going crazy. Yeah! Yeah! And it's getting worse! It's getting hopeless. Lower! Lower! Bring her around to try the main course. You're trying to turn into the wind to save the ship, to keep it from capsizing. Oh, but no! Nothing works, and you hear the crack of the ship as it rips apart, and you know you're going down. You know there's no saving yourself or anyone else as the ship sinks below the waves. Woo! Yeah! Woo! How was that, you guys? That was fun. Wow. So that's how these characters are feeling, right? It's really sudden, and the same place as the audience. The audience is like, what the just happened, you know? Right? Because they don't know the story yet, presumably, unless they're just a huge Tempest, they've seen it multiple times. So it's this crazy place, and then right after that, we have a scene on this idyllic island, right? And we just sort of cut to, Prospero and Ariel talking about what just happened. And Prospero's like, how'd it go? And Ariel's like, oh my God, it was so great. I was like just tossing people into the sea. I was causing a huge commotion. I put the boat on fire. Ariel and Prospero have this really interesting relationship where Ariel really does everything Prospero asks. And Prospero's like, of course I'm going to set you free, but could you do this one more thing for me? Oh yeah, no, I'll totally set you free. One more thing. He just keeps, and eventually, yes, Prospero does set Ariel free, but as the play progresses, you almost feel bad for this spirit, because Prospero's like, I'm not the greatest guy, but I treat you way better than your last master. It's like, okay, yes. But anyway, all right, so we had this crazy opening, right? And we had this ship and this sort of magical moment where everyone is feeling exactly the same. The sailors, here you are, the audience. We have this great moment, sort of this simpatico moment, where everyone is, as I said, in the same boat. We're all feeling a little lost, a little scared, and a little unsure of what's going on, right? All right, let's bring this boat up. Let's bring it up. Yes, let's bring it to life. I really love this boat. So beautiful, the ship floating there. And here it's kind of that puppetry thing, right? Where we have the ship floating, caught in the time stream, caught in a moment. We see it before we go into it, right? And we get to think about all of these little sailors. You guys were just the sailors themselves, and now imagine that you're on this ship and you're running around and you can't see whether you're going forward. You don't know any directions anymore. The stars have all been blotted out by the storm, right? And suddenly you see a huge spirit. It seems to be creating the waves and moving people around. And remember, these are all people that believed in God and the devil and all of these things. And so suddenly you have actual proof of magic. What a crazy, crazy time. Are you guys ready? All right, here we go. I boarded the king's ship. Now in the deck, now in the waist, in every cabin I flamed amazement. the fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune did seem to besiege, and to make his bold waves tremble. Yea, his dread trident shake. Not a soul among them but felt a fever of the mad, and played some tricks of desperation. All but mariners plunged into the foaming brine. Then, all afire with me, the king's son Ferdinand was the first man who leaped and cried, "Hell is empty, and all the devils are here!" For the phantom five thy father lies, of his bones are coral made. Those are pearls that were his eyes, nothing of him that doth fade, but doth suffer a sea change into something rich and strange. Sea nymphs hourly ring his knell. Hark, now I hear them, ding dong bell. Ooh, chills and thrills, my friends. Chills and thrills. My goodness. Oh, I mean, I like this place. It's kind of funky. It's a good place for Prospero. Feels like a place that a wizard would have, right? This feels very wizardy, kind of semi-fairy tale-esque, but still practical. It's got the pond, meditational element, really beautiful outside. You know, it's very like, and then we've got the secret sort of dark, musty study down there, right? We've got this kind of like, ooh, what's down here? Basement time. Basement party, spooky basement, right? All kinds of things down here, bits and pieces of the ship. And then I always wonder about that, like, how did the bits and pieces of the ship get here? Or was maybe he making models the whole time? Like, he was like, all right, I'm going to make a model of the ship and practice, and then brought it down, you know? It's kind of interesting that, like, these are the things that Prospero has chosen to sort of be here, or maybe that have popped up in his mind, and he's simply conjured them here, right? Like, oh, I should remember this moment, or I want to practice. I kind of like the concept that Prospero did practice storms, or practice ships. Like, he created a ship and then was like, all right, let's see how this goes. Run the simulation. And then it kind of went through and did the whole thing several times before the actual event, right? So then you sort of get all these, like, this was his first trial run, maybe, of the ship scenario. Okay, maybe not. And first time Prospero does it himself, and he's like, no, I think it's better when Ariel does it. Ariel looks way cooler than me, right? So I think that's kind of, I like that idea, that Prospero isn't perfect, but he presents as such, right? He really tries to convince everyone that he is infallible, that he is like a god. I think there's some insecurity there. What do you guys think? Right? Because he was betrayed by his brother. Yeah, there's a little bit of insecurity there. He was betrayed by his brother and his friend. And betrayed pretty badly. You know, I mean, you can sort of understand why he's so upset. And he enacts this whole revenge plot. He's had like 15 years to plan this. Okay? And he's had to build all of this from scratch and sort of make it from the ground up. Now he is a magician. He does have magical powers, so that probably helps. Right? But we could also wonder, was he always a magician? We know that he studied books, right? He says so. He says, you know, knowing I loved my books, Gonzalo furnished me with books from my own library, right? So his friend, Gonzalo, knew that he loved books that much. And in fact, that was originally why Antonio overthrew him, because he was spending too much time with his books, right? So did Prospero always have magical powers? Or did he discover something in a book? Or is it something about the island? What do you guys think? Do you think the island has some magical properties, right? It does have spirits. There was a witch who lived here previously. Yes. So what do you think? Do you think he started with it? I don't... Yeah, I don't know. No, I agree. I think Prospero discovered the powers and sort of, figured out once the witch got rid of the witch and stuff, and then there's probably something curious about the island. It's something that causes magical beings to come to the island. Caliban, the spirits, Ariel. Although, interesting, they're like the original people of the island, aren't they? And then you have all these people coming in, and I think probably some of the other... yes, exactly, right? Very colonialism allegory kind of thing, that very much. Sorry, I know this is like English history lesson at the moment, but I find it really interesting. I actually do. I sort of enjoy getting into all these weird thought experiments with Shakespeare's plays, because we can, and we, regardless of what he originally meant, we get to play around with it and do something like this, where we really just kind of take the whole thing off the hinges and go, let's just see what happens. Let's throw things against a wall and see what works, what breaks. And of course, everyone who does it has their own ideas about that. All right, let's see. So we're on the island, right? And we've brought all of Prospero's perceived enemies here, and he's getting ready to enact the Great Revenge Plan, right? Because we have, which I think, given what they did, I mean, they didn't kill them, but they might as well have, right? You put someone to sea in a boat that, as Prospero says, a wreck of the ship that the rats wouldn't even get on. That's how bad the boat was. The very rats instinctively had quit it, right? Oh, God. And I have a Jewish mother, so it would just be so... Oh, yay! You made it back! Oh, good. We were worried. We missed you. We were going to cry. We've held a whole ceremony. It was beautiful. Wonderful words were said. Oh, yes. Have some snacks. We had a snack shower for you. This was like the post-disappearance snack shower. Would you like your own snack shower? Yes! Snack shower to welcome you back. Get in the snack shower! Yay! We love you so much. Snacks for you. Oh, look at that. Wow. It's a party up in here. Oh, we were just saying how terrifying it would be if our parents had magical powers like Prospero does. That would be terrifying. I know, right? I was saying I have a Jewish mother, so I'd probably be married to like a Jewish lawyer or something. She'd be so happy with 5 kids. Oh my God. It's just scary, right? Oh, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, man, that would just be horrible. Because that's what Prospero does. He's like, all right, Miranda, I'm not going to tell you anything, but I'm actually controlling all of these major decisions in your life. Gosh. Oh, yeah, right? I know. Okay. So, would you guys like to be Ferdinand and Miranda as we, play around with this? Yeah? Or we could puppet it, maybe, with sticks. We could, no. Yeah, okay. All right, let's do it. All right, you will be Miranda. Yes. Oh, would you rather be Ferdy? Or do you want to be Miranda? I don't care. Everyone can be everyone. You can both be Ferdy, Yes, we have 2 Ferdinands. Uh-oh, different story. All right, Miranda. Yes, okay, and Ferdinand. There we go. Everybody good? Good with your roles now? You're feeling yes? Okay, excellent. All right, so I have thoughts about this. It's interesting. Is it a sort of love at first sight thing? Is it that? Or is it just kind of an amazement? Is it this thing of wow, very unexpected and unusual, right? They're both experiencing things they've never felt before. And how experienced is Ferdinand, right? I mean, we don't really know. He does sort of turn on the charm later, So he knows how to say the right words. But certainly Miranda is sort of that born sexy yesterday trope, right? She's a bit of the like, I've just appeared magically at the age of 15 and I'm so amazing. And that's it. And she becomes the object of Ferdinand's intentions. But what if that's not true? What if Miranda genuinely likes Ferdinand and is sort of upset by her father's treatment of him, which is, all right, part of Prospero's plan, that she feels this motivation to help and save Ferdinand, right, from her father unfairly punishing him. Yeah, so there is a real emotional connection between the two of them, I think. Also, Ferdinand is in a really vulnerable place, right? He thinks his father is gone. He thinks everyone that he knows is gone. He just experienced that crazy storm that we experienced in the beginning, right? So your whole world has been literally ripped away from you. Okay, so you're probably in a pretty emotional state. Yeah, pretty emotional state. And then you encounter someone who's genuinely sweet and kind to you. Right? So I think we could argue that there actually are real, it's not all Prospero being like, nah, 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 evil puppet master. Maybe there are some genuine emotions. Maybe there are some like really nice feelings and stuff like that going on. Yeah? Okay. All right. Where do we want to do this? I like this area, but maybe we want to do it over by the boat. I like that area too. All right, let's do it over by the boat. Let's do it over by the boat. Over by the boat. Yeah. Over by the boat. Woo. All right. Yes. All right. All right, all right, all right. So, Ferdinand, let's start with you on the boat. You know, you're sort of there being sad. You've lost everyone. You've just witnessed maybe hundreds of people die. You've also encountered a crazy monster spirit. You've been shown that magic is real, which is something totally shocking to you. A lot's going on with you. Right, right. A lot's going on with you. All right, so Miranda, let's have you sort of, I want you to be like on your daily walk. You're a healthy young lady. You like to go on a daily walk. Yes. Okay, so you're walking, you're doing your daily exercises, maybe, you know, and you see something that you've never seen before. It's truly shocking. You don't even know what's going on. You probably don't even know, you actually say you don't know what it is. What is a spirit? You think maybe he's another spirit that you see on the island a lot that help your father, right? Okay. So let's do it. Let's do it. Miranda, you're walking. The birds are singing. Very sort of Sleeping Beauty-esque. You know, she's walking there. She is Miranda, going on her daily walk, singing with the birds, wandering around, and then she stops. Whoa. What is that? What is't? A spirit? I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw. So noble. And be bold, Miranda. Creep closer. Just wonder at it. And Ferdinand, now suddenly, perhaps you hear a sound, we don't know what, but you look up. And you see a vision in your mind. And also, we don't know how much you've eaten or drunk. You might think you're hallucinating. And you say, most sure, the goddess on whom these airs attend. Oh, you wonder. Be you maid, or no? So you get up the courage to actually ask a question of this vision. And she answers you in your own language, which is even more shocking. No wonder, sir. So she's human, she says. But certainly a maid. And you say, oh heavens, my language? I myself am Naples, who ever since at ebb beheld the king my father bereft. And as you know, you do say a lot there, but it's understandable that he's that confused, right? So much has happened. And so it's almost like you're both seeing a human being for the first time. You have that feeling, right? And then, of course, Prospero comes in and is like, all right, what's up? I'm accusing you of plotting against me. Move away, Miranda. I'm protecting you. And all of this is planned, right? This is all, Prospero knows he's got to create conflict. He's got to create a struggle for them to overcome together. right? So, let's put you guys on opposite sides of this little branchy thing here. Let's create an actual barrier between you. So there's a physical barrier. And Ferdinand is hauling logs, right? He's hauling logs. So we're going to give you one of these. Good. So just hold on to that like you're carrying it around. We're on the physical barrier. And Miranda, you approach because you just can't stay away. And you see him, and it's just, you feel so bad. Your father's being such a dick, okay? And you're like, he hasn't done anything wrong. And you say, alas, now, I pray you, work not so hard. If you'll sit down a while and give me that, now try and take it from him, try and take it from him. Here, I'll carry it to the pile. And Ferdinand, you're like, no, I can't. Alas, no, precious creature, I had rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you should such dishonor go while I sit lazy by. Remember Ferdinand, and so there's this cute, you could have a comedic moment here in the play where they're sort of fighting over a stick, right? And maybe it's just a little tiny stick. And they're just kind of good-natured, they're actually enjoying this kind of altercation. And then Ferdinand, you let it go. You let her win, You let her win. And then you say, oh, you, so precious and so peerless, are created of every creature's best. Literally saying she is perfection embodied. You could not imagine a more beautiful creature in the world. And she, and then she doesn't know anything, so she just kind of goes for it. There's an innocence. There's a real sweetness there. Do you love me? She asks. Do you love me? And Ferdinand, I think it almost surprises you. You do. You sort of go, I, beyond all limit of what else do I love, prize, and honor you. I'm your wife, if you will have me. So even there, she's not forcing it. She says, if you will have me, So she leaves it to you, and you say, my mistress, then, and I thus humble ever. And that's actually really sweet to say. He's like, I always want to be this amazed by you. I thus humble ever. My husband, you ask again just to be sure, right? You say, my husband then? I, with a heart as willing as bondage air of freedom. Right? So that's how happy he is. I'm as happy as a slave who has just been freed. Right? It's very much that moment of like, I was blind, but now I see. All of those things, right? These sort of opposing ideas that Shakespeare brings in to hammer the point home. It's really a lovely sort of sweet scene, and I think as the audience we see a real kind of innocence here from both of them. Because Ferdinand's not being gross and creepy. He's actually being quite, like, sweet. And Miranda, although she is an innocent, she's still very much like, hey, I'm not forcing anything. I want to know what you really think. She confirms and reconfirms. That's really, we are sort of made to think like, oh, there is love. It is real, there's a sweetness here. It's not all Prospero being a master puppeteer, right? Maybe there is some truth. And that was lovely. You guys were great. I'm feeling all warm fuzzies. Ooh. I am. I'm like, aw, you guys, we're having a little Shakespeare time here. We're talking about things. We're exploring, and it's lovely. All right. Now, banquet time? Yes, baddie and banquet time, right? All right, get into it. Shake off the loveliness. Shake off the loveliness. Get into the evil side of the dark side, the darkest timeline. These are the bad dudes. Yes, the bad bros. We're bad. So bad, right? Okay, so let's we've got Antonio, who is really the mastermind of all of this. Antonio is the one who is Prospero's brother, right? And Antonio is the one who went to Alonso and was like, hey, dude, I think I should be Duke of Milan because my bro just spends all day reading books, and that's not very manly. So you're the one that sort of instigated that. And now that you've landed on this island, and Alonso is pretty sad, understandably so, because he thinks his son is dead. You're like, that's not manly. Hey, Sebastian, Alonso's brother, Sebastian, what do you think about being king? And you spend almost the entirety of this play getting Sebastian to the point that he's ready to kill his own brother. So Antonio is really a piece of work. He is really set up as kind of this, he has no morals, no moral compass, any opportunity. He's an opportunist, right? So everything is that. And even like this, at the banquet in the script, Antonio's the one who says, let's eat, it's a banquet. Like, he has no sort of caution or any compunction about just taking what he wants, right? And you convince, you groom Sebastian and bring him along with you. You sort of set him up. So you've got your little protege there. I know, it's a lot. But I think you guys can do it. You guys are great. All right? Ready? Banquet time.
You are men of sin, and on this island linger in perdition. Worse than any death, and be at once shall a step by step attend you and your ways, whose wrath to guard you from hell falls on your heads is nothing but hot sorrow. For that's my business to you, you who from Milan its land could prosper.
So the harpy, sent to punish you, and what does she do? She makes you see all your terrible deeds. She makes them run through your head. You have to see what you've done, and you're frozen in fear. You're caught in fear, assaulted by these horrific visions of your own bad deeds, right? They are now in my power, says Prospero, and in these fits I'll lead them. Right? So he's caught them and he's forced them to watch on repeat all their own terrible deeds. That's a pretty bad punishment, in my opinion.
Woo! Nicely done, you guys. Right? How terrifying would that be? This huge, crazy demon appears, and then literally you have to watch every bad thing you've ever done to anyone. Whew! That's a lot. It would make anyone regret what they've done, I think. You know? All right, let's bring you back. Actually, let's all be goddesses. You know what? Let's be the goddesses. Yeah, goddess time, goddess party. Yes, I wish I could have. I love the goddess crown. That's my favorite one. I wish I could have one. I want a goddess crown. Goddess crown. Right, and we have this lovely little, like, pageant, which is not actually that lovely because it's basically about don't have relations before marriage. That's really what it's about. Prospero's like, you guys, I'm happy that you're happy, but remember, no funny business before you're actually married. It was the time. You sort of had to, was it Hyman's lamps? You know, there's all of that stuff. I don't have to explain it to you, but you guys know. So, all right, who's ready? Let's have a goddess dance party. Goddess dance party. All right, yes, okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to dance around. We're going to have a good time. All right. Honor rich is marriage blessing, long continue and increasing. Hourly joys be still upon you. Juno sings her blessings on you. Earth increases, foisons plenty, barns and garners never empty. Vines and clustering branches growing, earth with goodly burthen bowing. Spring come to you in the farthest, in the very end of harvest. Scarcity and want shall shun you, thus we put our blessings on you. Yay! We've blessed them with a happy marriage and fertility and fidelity. That's my favorite Sleeping Beauty moment. It's like, we're going to give you all the good things. Wouldn't that be great? I want a goddess who's just like, I like you. I'm going to give you great blessings for life. Right? And Juno is the goddess that he commands to appear. She's literally the queen of the goddesses. Hera, all of that. She's the head goddess. And then we have Ceres, who's the goddess of like the harvest and the earth and fertility and things. Two really powerful goddesses Prospero commands to bless this union. Which is kind of amazing. You know, it does show how powerful Prospero is. So then we have it. We sort of have it all wrapped up in a neat little bow. Right? But Tempest is still considered a problem play because although it ends with a marriage, it doesn't quite end there, does it? It sort of ends with Prospero ruminating on life and I will break my staff and drown my book and things like that. So we have this little epilogue that happens afterwards. You know? Right, and here we are. Speaking of epilogues, the epilogue is a return to the beginning. It's a summation of the show. It's a bringing everything back together, right? And it's setting us free as well as the audience. Prospero literally says, if you will release me from these bands with the help of your good hands. So he asks for applause, right? It's literally the actor and the character coming together for a moment and saying thank you to the audience. And also, I now ask for your permission to rest. Right? So it's a really, again, a lovely moment of sort of bringing things together. All right? And of course, gift time, facial reconstruction time. Yes. Right? So, as I always like to say, you guys go through a literal transformation. You're sort of putting into reality what the actor hopes the audience goes through, right? An actual transformation, a transformation of emotion and spirit and all of those things. Right? Right? Yes? All right, let's do it. Let's tear this place apart. Let's make it all disappear from dust to dust. Our revels now are ended, and these, our actors, as I foretold, are all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. And like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the great globe itself, and all which shall inherit shall dissolve, and leave not a rack behind. For we are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Some very great sentiments there. All kinds of things are said. And thank you guys for this very unique, one-of-a-kind show. I'm glad I got to share it with you, and I hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a bit philosophical and different, but I wanted to give you something special because you guys have been so incredible and supportive. I'm Whitton, by the way. You probably guessed that, but thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to see old friends and to do very special shows for you. All right, ready? Dance party time? You ready to get your groove on? Shake your booty? All right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Work it out now. Yes. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Ah. Woo! Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Thank you guys! Have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy yourselves. All of that good stuff. Mwah!
Welcome back. Thank you for this production. Calm seas, auspicious scales, and